Okay, here we go again. I gotta go into the pilot house to push the buttons to turn this stuff off and on. Like I said, I really wish I'd had my videographer, but here you go, guys. We're gonna go up on deck. I've already cleaned up the main halyards. I've already cleaned up the staysail halyard. So I've just got to clean up the throat halyard here for the fore. So again, we just do this crazy turban thing, and I get to sit here and watch her sail towards Carriacou. And she's rounding up a little bit, but not too bad. That'll be okay. You know, she's kind of taking care of herself. Here we are having a really amazing bloody schooner time. I got so lucky. Now, there was this woman who was going to come video all of this for me, and she bailed because she kind of heard that the trip before was a little bit rough and not so much fun. And she also had some other obligations and decided to do something else. But it's a real shame. She blew it. She could have had a great sail. Look at her go. She's holding her course perfectly while I get all this cleaned up. So here we go. All right. So there you go, guys. That's how you do it. To be able to blow your halyards and have them never get tangled. And so here we go. We'll go over here. Do the same thing for the jib halyard. To be quite honest, I'll come clean up some of this anchor stuff, but in reality, I flaked it out while we were going, so the big one is pretty much ready to drop. I got to clean up the little one, which is kind of over the top of it all. So what we'll do is we'll go in, and as we get close to the bay, or well, we got to round up and be close hauled and then tack our way into Tyrrell Bay. And when we do that, once we get in there, I'll get her on a course like this, and then I'll drop the fore. And then I'll drop the staysail. And then we'll sail around looking for a place to anchor. And when we find our place to anchor, then, there you go. That's all set. Okay, well, I may as well clean this up too. Okay, here we go. That doesn't need to be on there anymore. Okay, that anchor is sitting there on deck. Okay, I will come back and make sure that it's chain, it's not in the way. So now I'm going to flake this out along the deck here so that it can run if it needs to. But this one isn't as important as the big one, so I'm just going to get all of this out of the way for the big one. Okay, now see, I'm not sure about camera angles and all that sort of stuff, and I can't even see the bloody thing to push a button to make it go off. But look at her, she's still holding the course, so I don't need to stop unless I'm going to run out of bloody room on the phone. I've got a sail tie sitting here trying to get tangled in things, so I need to clean that up. So we'll just grab that thing. And I'll wind up turbining this too, so that I can use it to tie off the staysail. Where were we? Over here. All right, I'm getting this all done. This gets cleared up and out of the way over here. Out of the way to the jib halyard. Yeah, there we go. All the way to the line. Okay, and that's flaked out that way and out of the way of everything. That's all out of the way. Okay, this is ready to go. The chain is there, ready to drop. Yep. Now that's unhooked. Okay, so once we get in there, yeah, I gotta get that anchor back up and over the bow. Yeah, that's hard by myself while I'm underway, you know, because like I say, we'll sail into the bay, we'll get the fore down, we'll get the staysail down, then we'll sit there and reach back and forth while I get that anchor ready. And then we'll sail up to where we want to anchor. I'll drop the jib, sheet in on the main, she'll come up like this, and we'll start to slow down, and then I'll come running up here and drop the anchor. In fact, one of the things that has to happen is that anchor's chain out of the way. Get this anchor hooked up right here. Get this out of the way. Now, this is going to get hooked up right here. Like that. Hope you guys can see this. Yep, get the hook off. And then I'll get the hook right out of the way. So all I got to do is come up here and take these two loops off, and the anchor's going to fall. There you go. One more step. And look at that. She's still on course. Go, Cassie 2. Go, Cassie 2. Okay. I'll take you back because I got to get in the pilot house in order to be able to turn this thing off. And you can see that here she is with our famous autopilot and, of course, our bragging rights. Army Hearty. We have the world's biggest tiller. Okay, I hope that was recording.